Cynthia Rothrock. I've never seen any of her films until today. Yes, that's right. I sat down and I watched one of her movies, and that film being Undefeatable, which was sent to me by one of my subscribers. Thank you very much. You know who you are, Bal. In an attempt to get me into the martial arts genre, my least favourite genre. But has this film changed my mind about the genre itself, or has it ensured that I will never visit it again? Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my review for 1993's Undefeatable, a Cynthia Rothrock starring martial arts movie that is rated 18 and runs for 1 hour and 35 minutes. Comes as directed by Godfrey Hugh, written by Robert Vasta, Steve Harper and Ty Yim, and all those names mean nothing to me whatsoever. So it stars Cynthia Rothrock as Christy Jones, Don Niem as Stingray, the film's antagonist, John Miller as Detective Nick DeMarco, Donna Jason as Jennifer Simmons. So this film here opens up and we're introduced to Stingray, the film's antagonist, in a fight in the ring in which he defeats his opponent in a rather brutally harsh manner, shall we say. And it follows him, and we come to find out that he's got a life, he's got a wife. He's got a wife that he likes to call Mummy because his mother left him when he was very young. So he likes to call his wife Mummy whilst raping her. A little sort of psychological Freudian storytelling going on there. So, in this kind of, after this Oedipus Rex exchange between him and his wife, she ends up leaving him. This drives him a little bit crazy. He was already. And he goes out and he sees his wife in other women. When he sees a woman with the same colour hair in a floral dress, he believes it's his wife. So he kind of abducts them. He tortures them. He murders them. Only one of the people that he's murdered is the sister of Christy Jones, Cynthia Rothrock, who we are introduced to earlier in the film as this waitress by day, street fighter by late afternoon. And yeah, she earns a bit of money by partaking in these street fights and beating individuals. She finds out that her sister's been killed by way of Detective Nick DeMarco, and she kind of joined forces with him to bring down Stingray. And that's the basis for the film. That's the story for the film. So this film came out in 1993, so it does look heavily dated. So much so that I thought it would have been an 80s film by the look and feel of it. Now, like I said, I am not a fan of the martial arts genre at all. So much so that most of my films that I have got from that genre are either Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, things like Mortal Kombat and Kill Bill. You know, films that play more as a homage to. I've never been into the martial arts genre of movie, and for good reason. Whilst the story appealed and had a certain uniqueness to its story, that I could follow and enjoy, I felt like I'm watching pantomime. And this is what I don't like about martial arts, is that it's very, very overdone. I'm talking like, you know, I see scenes from Hot Shots Part 2 in this, when you've got a fight scene and going, doo! And you've got that sort of a thing going on, this over-exaggerated kind of movement and facial expressions. And in here, it is really, really overplayed. Like I said, it had an appeal to the story, and at the beginning it started quite well, and my interest was there, and I was gripped and I was grabbed. But as the story progressed, it started to wane a bit. I felt that Cynthia Rothrock herself, although I can see an appeal to the extremities flailing actress, a great appeal. There were elements of the film where she just vanished from screen, and it felt like, where is she? And is this your movie or not? Or is it the detective's movie? Because that's what I felt like it was going with. So in that sense, it wasn't particularly structured very well. It started to drag a bit as well towards the end, even at 95 minutes, which is unfortunate for a film of this length. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Like I said, I can see an appeal to the actress. I can see an appeal to watching her for 95 minutes doing what she does. But beyond that, I can't really see any appeal to this film. I can't see any appeal to this genre if the films are much akin to this. I mean, it's so much so that, you know, there's a psychiatrist in this film, another female, the other, you know, the main other female in this film, and she herself gets in on some of the martial arts action. It's like we're living in a world where everyone has to know martial arts and be able to throw a few kicks or a few martial arts moves, which kind of took me out of the film. Like, why couldn't you just be a normal person that can't do any of this? I don't know. Maybe if I was bigger into the genre and knew how these films go, that I'd be more accepting of what was put on screen here. Like I said, the performances are very pantomimey. The action sequences are very pantomimey. There were some action sequences I was surprised that were sped up, much akin to what they do with Steven Seagal now, or did quite a while ago actually. They started speeding up his fight scenes. But no, you know, unfortunately not a film for me. I gave it a try, I've watched it, and it did defeat me. I was defeatable with this one. That's all I can say. Anyway, Cynthia Rothrock. Whether I'll visit any more of your films or not remains to be seen.